for her permission. I'm wearing her clothes, her silk pantyhose, walking round in women's underwear. In the store, there's a teddy with little straps like spaghetti. It holds me so tight, like handcuffs at night, walking round in women's underwear.
In the office there's a guy named Melvin. He pretends that I am Murphy Brown.
He'll say, are you ready? We'll say, whoa, man. Let's wait until the wife is out of town. Later on, if you wanna, we can dress like Madonna. Put on some high shade and join the parade. Walking around in women's underwear. Lacy things missing. Didn't ask permission. Wearing her clothes, silk pantyhose, walking round in women's underwear. Walking round in women's underwear. Walking round in women's underwear.
Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, reel him like a merry-go-round.
Make Eric Zane Show podcast Christmas extravaganza. It has begun. Oh, my goodness. On a couch full of puppies. One in which Bruce is actually on top of O'Neill. He's like, it's just a little chilly here. Okay, so I'm actually going to go to sleep on top of your fuzzy Beagle Shepherd body. That is awesome. Welcome in BBBS Cards. It's always funny to see the names. BBB Scards? BBB Scards. Welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you for being for following the show and being part of it and subscribing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is now 2 days ahead of Christmas. A holiday that even if you don't believe in baby Jesus, people celebrate it. And that's okay. I mean, as long as you're good to your fellow man, Jesus is like, all right, I get it. You're not on board with my birthday, but at least you're being a good soul. I understand. Not everybody's going to believe that I walked on water. Not everybody's going to believe that my mother never had sex with my father who adopted me. Not everybody's going to believe that the Immaculate Conception took place. That's okay. Eventually, they'll probably come around. Some of them on their deathbed that they will believe. You know, when I was growing up, I thought that, I didn't think there was any other religion. I was raised Catholic, and I would go to catechism. So, you would learn these things, and the way they did it back then was we would get into a bus and drive to the church during school day. During the school day, we would get in the bus during the school day and drive to the church and have catechism, and then they'd take us back to the school. Now, I don't think that's the way they do it now. And pretty much where I grew up, everybody was Catholic. So in the school, there'd be 3 kids that didn't go to catechism. Well, we all went to St. Martin de Porres Rectory to learn about baby Jesus. And there'd be 3 kids that didn't go. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with these kids? How come they don't go? I had no one explain to me what's going on. Which, that's the way it is. So I bring my kids. I do the same thing to my kids. We bring them to church, and then we would they'd go to catechism, but it wouldn't be during school hours, and then they eventually got to a point in their life when they could make their own decision. And not a one of them is like, Jackie didn't even get married in the church. Madison's like, fuck that. Jim's like, huh? What? I don't remember any of that shit. So I'm not really a you got to do it my way or the highway type of guy. I'm like, I'm going to bring you to mass, but if you don't, you can't force your will on people. It's like if they end up going to church, great. If they don't go to church, great. I don't care. The only reason why I'm bringing you to mass is because there's no one to watch you. You figure it out on your own, There are people, though, that their moms and dads are like, if you do not become whatever denomination, you're fucked. No Christmas gifts for you. Whatever. That's an entirely different thing. I don't even want to go down that road right now. What? Hey, welcome to the Christmas special. Let's talk about religion. Oh, my God. Welcome to you. And here we go. The show happens in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. If you ever want to reach out to me, send me an email on the Shoreliners Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. Yes, everything is sponsored. Massive snow. And, okay, so far we're off and running in the middle of an absolute blizzard. Most of the country is getting hammered. I have the most sympathy for my hillbilly brothers and sisters. I see that Kenny is enduring, wow. It says the wind chill is minus 18 in Nashville, Tennessee. Boy, that is intense. And then he writes, I can't live like this. And Ryan says 6 degrees here in Michigan, wind chill minus 20. That's nothing though. We're used to that. It's the southern states. I see that in Texas it was like -1 or something like that, or some ridiculous number. So those are the ones you want to worry about. Up here, we just, for 6 months out of the year, we expect this. No big deal. But it is just blowy and cold. And where we are right now, I understand that in a week, it's going to be 54 degrees. All right. So that is, oh boy, that is crazy to think about. Amanda, I guess, is without heat. Is that what I saw? Or somebody is without heat? No, Tyler. Tyler is, my heat is out at my apartment. Oh, no, my God. Now, you need to know that I bought into the hype because we haven't even gotten to the most intense winds that are making everything a challenge around here. The winds would be the concern. The winds and the fact that if you have winds over 35 miles an hour, the energy company will not send the boys out and the girls out in their bucket trucks to repair the electric lines. So if a transformer blows or something like that, or a line goes down and you lose power, you're going to be without power for significant time. In fact, if I suddenly go dark, it's because of that. So fingers crossed that does not happen. Okay? But for about 3 days, the alarms have been going off in my head. I think on this show, I even discussed, generator. Do I? Don't I? What do I do? And, well, I did. I actually did do it. I called up my pal, Andrew Gemmon. I go, hey, buddy, you got generators? He goes, we do right now. I go, I'll be there in 10 minutes. He goes, good, because they're going to disappear. We're going to sell out of them. I go, all right. Head down there. Walking up. I go, okay, I don't know shit about these generators. They go, little bit bigger, medium, massive. I go, how much does massive cost? And it was some ridiculous price tag, like $4,000 or $5,000. Like, what? I go, how about this one here? And they go, yeah, that'll be great for your house. And he goes, this is the Honda EU3000. I go, that sounds awesome. I'll take it. And I go, I'm going to go. You write this up. And I'm going to wander over to the space heater section. I get these small space heaters. And come back to the generator zone, the generator desk. And the whole family of Gemmons worked there. Every employee is a Gemmon. You got Andrew, you got Mrs. Gemmon. I forget her name. She's super nice. And the son is waiting on me. And I know he's related. They're Dutch, so they got like 8,000 kids. I go, which one are you? I go, how do you fit into this whole thing, young man? You see, when you're old like me, you can refer to someone as young man. And he goes, I'm Jack. I'm the son. And Mrs. Gemmon goes, he's the baby. He's our adorable little baby child. And he's like, oh, fucking ma. And I think, and I go, oh, he hates you now. And she goes, no, he doesn't hate his mother. I go, well, no, you're right. He doesn't hate his mother. But he hates that you said that. He's an adult, for fuck's sake. He goes, okay, Mr. Z, I'm going to go prep your generator. I go, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So then I go and I got the space heaters. I come back and I see Andrew, the dad. I go, yeah, you see what I'm doing here? He goes, yeah, you're in good shape. I go, thank you. Awesome. He goes, yeah, that's a 3,000. And each of those heaters pulls 1,500. So you can run 2. And I go, that's all it can run? He goes, well, yeah. I go, what? Are you telling me I'm paying you $23.50 plus tax to run 2 fucking heaters? For that, this thing should suck my dick. No. Well, it can almost run 2 of those. You have to turn the little heater on low. And then because the 3,000 is peak power. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, my God. Yeah, you can run one of those if you want to plug your fridge in. So your fridge and one heater. I'm like, this does not seem equitable to me. And then I know my neighbor, the Hallelujahs, last time they had a generator, they let me plug into it. So now I'm like, oh, fuck, if we lose power, I got to let the Hallelujahs in on this deal. Because I owe them. Last time we lost power. So I'm like, fuck me. Just paid an arm and a leg to run a heater. So then I'm talking to Jack, dude, the young one that the mom was picking on. I go, buddy, I got to go. I got to go give away some food. Great food giveaway. And I go, I'm going to come back and pick this up. He goes, okay. So I was off. A little lighter in the wallet, but I feel good about this. Well, kind of. I mean, you ever do that? You spend money on something and then you have buyer's remorse and you think that your whole world is going to come crashing down on you because you purchased something. This is the absolute end of the line. My whole world is going to come crashing down because I purchased something. That's what I go through. So, and then it usually affects me at 3 a.m. and I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? It's like, stop it. Stop doing that. And even if I tell myself stop doing that, I never stop doing that. I just continue to fucking worry like an asshole. Unbelievable. But okay, so then after the great food giveaway, and I'll talk about that in a second, I show up back at Gemmons, and I go, I'm ready. Put that thing. They put that thing in the back of the truck. I got my 5-gallon thing of gas. I go get my gas, and I am officially prepared for this. Will anything happen? Of course not. We'll be fine. But I bought into the hype. It's like the TV and the radio people, they can't, tell you enough that there's a massive storm coming. And they can't like downplay it in any way. They have to tell you that this is going to be terrible. Because if they don't, and then it is, everybody wants to murder them. So I have bought into the hype. I see Sarah Rookruck Roosh is here. She was frustrated because at the Great Food Giveaway yesterday, I broke the news to her that we are not going to Gemmons. And she was frustrated by that and voiced her opinion. Okay, and bullshit, you bunch of pussies. And I'm like, did I say Gemmons? I meant Bosco's. Wanted to go to Bosco's. And then she's giving me shit right now because I went to Gemmons, which is right by Bosco's. Yeah, well, you know what? I wasn't with anybody. I was looking out for you. Okay? No. All right. Ryan adds that Ryan used to work in TV. Ratings gold for television stations. Absolutely. And the world stops giving you news when there is a storm and when there is a holiday, because anybody wants to talk about is the weather. Nick, electrician Nick, says you have to run a cord and splice it to your furnace for heat. Is that something I can do, Nick, or is that something you have to do as an electrician? The word splice stands out as something catastrophic to me. So if that involves me just plugging and then plugging again, then yes, I could do that. Joe Martinez weighs in.
Tu madre es una puta.
And says, you can do it, just turn the power off. Well, I'm going to need more info than that. The thing about Joe is whenever I ask him for advice, when he answers me, he does it annoyed. Like I'm some kind of jackass. Because I didn't go to school to learn HVAC. And then when I fuck it up, he laughs. It's all part of his plan. He did that to me when, what was it? What is the thing called again? There's on the sump pump. It turns on every so often, and then the water shoots up the pipe, and then it leaves the home when the well fills. And then when it shuts off, the water that's still in the pipe, gravity brings it back down. And there's a thing called a catch valve, check valve, something valve. Backflow preventer. That is what it is, but I don't think we called it that. That catches the water. It only allows the water one way. Well, mine malfunctioned. And fuckface Joe says, oh yeah, senor. It's simple. Just go get a new one, senor. Loosen the clamps, senor. And put it on, senor. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you sure? And I don't, what did I do? How did this happen? So I take it apart, and I think I forgot. What he didn't tell me was that I need to take another pump, a portable pump, and put it in there to keep the water level down in the well. Okay? Because if the water level starts rising and there's nothing on, it's going to overflow. It's going to flood. And Also, I didn't have the power off on the well or on the pump that was in there. So two things I had to do. I had to turn the power off to the pump that is in there that pushes the water up to that check valve. Okay? You need to do that, and then you need to have a portable one in there to keep the water leaving that well as it fills. And then you can work on it and not fuck it up or have happen what happened to me. See, he says over there, no, turn off the pump and the power to the backup. Oh, that's what it was. The backup pump. Right. I did turn the power off, but I have a backup on that fucking pump that is not powered by electricity. It's powered by water pressure. And what it does is it puts a gallon into the well and through its design takes 2 gallons out of the well. It's a safety feature. If you lose power, the water pressure safety feature will allow you to keep your basement from being flooded. But if I just put the portable one in there, I wouldn't have tripped the backup. I don't know any of this. Asshole hasn't told me any of this shit because he knows what's coming. I cut the power to the main one. You got to unscrew these screws and this clamp comes off, and then you pull the fucking thing, the valve off, and then you got to fit the new one on. It's simple to do, but halfway through it, the water pressure safety feature pump triggers. And I've got this thing half on. And the amount it's a lot of pressure if it's just going up the pipe. Imagine I've just got a little crack in between the valve and the PVC, and it just goes... It goes everywhere throughout the whole fucking basement. You know, like Rambo getting squirted down when they're delousing him. And the water's hit me in the fucking face. Oh my God, you fucking stupid Latino asshole. Fucking Mexican. You dirty Mexican fuck.
Tu madre es una puta. Yo estoy cagando cabrón. Palo con
fucking
tu culo.
asshole. Fuck you.
Tu madre es una puta cagando
I'm hearing
cabrón.
his fucking voice. Oh, no, my God. And then finally I get the fucking thing out there. The whole basement's trash. Pictures are ruined. Dogs are soaked. Windows are wet. It's fucking chaos. Sam says that's why you hire the professionals to do that kind of work. Hey, asshole, that's not what happened. I tried to hire Fuckface, and he's telling me, no, you can do it. You can do it. Do it yourself. And he knew that was going to happen. So I don't want to... Shut up. Well, anyway, I fixed it. Why did I start talking about that? I don't even remember why I started talking about that. Where the fuck was I? Talking about a generator. Oh. It's because splicing the generator power into the furnace. That's a Nick job. I'm not doing that shit. As I say that right away in my brain, I'm like, YouTube video. Look up a YouTube video. You can do it. I hear Joe. You can do it. By the way, thanks to Joe Martinez. Though he sounded annoyed with me yesterday when I told him that he needed to, if he could, to stop by my son's house and check on his heat scenario, why it wasn't working correctly. Though he, with a snarky response when he talked to me, the crew headed over yesterday. Jason headed over and repaired everything. They needed a new thermostat. Easy fix. Thank you, Joe. Okay, Yesterday, we were planning on doing the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, but the day got away from me after the Great Food Giveaway, which I still have not talked about yet. This is an incredible story. My God. Many twists and turns in this one. I reached out to Ben. I go, buddy, I'm not gonna make it. We're not gonna do the Ben and Eric show. But can you do it on Friday? He said yes. So that means tonight, when you're all snowed in and frozen, hopefully you have booze, we'll be doing the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. And I want to set a record for attendance. I'm going to send invites to everyone on Patreon. If you have not received an invite in the past, let me know if you're a Patreon member and have not received an invite. And then I will add your name to the list. Remember that time when I accidentally included the former Zaniacs on the invite? And the white John Coffey, Jason Schaefer, in between MAGA rallies, wrote me. He hit reply all and went, I will not be subjected to this. You owe my wife an apology. Do not include me in this anymore.
You're such a big black dick because I know you want to, Eric.
This must be some kind of joke. Fucking A. Get the fuck out of here. Merry Christmas. Anyway, that will be tonight. And then Ben and I are going to record Who Are These Zanes prior to that. So I'll have that for you on Saturday. All right. Meanwhile, for those of you that are getting the show right this minute on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I'm going to send you on your way, but I'm encouraging you to go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live and follow my page. Follow me so that you know when I go live. Twitch is the new way that I've been doing this, well, for half a year, more than half a year. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. God, it might even be 1 year. I don't know how long I've been doing this now. It all runs together for me. My God. Or if you are on your mobile device, download the Twitch app, search Eric Zane Live, give yourself a username, and follow. Thank you. Subscribe to it, too, if you want, for free with your Amazon Prime account. That way you get no commercials. If you don't have Amazon Prime, you can send it along. Send $5 my way or $5.99 or something like that, and then you don't get commercials. But I don't really push that. I mean, if you have Amazon Prime, that's one thing. You get one free subscription a month, but you have to renew it every month, like manually. So just something to think about. But by all means, don't, if you don't, fuck it. I'll just sit through the commercial, whatever. No big deal. But they show up at really inopportune times. But there you go, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. And as always, the Eric Zane Show podcast audio on demand is available wherever you download shows. Now on the iHeart platform. iHeart Radio, search my name, and I am there. Twitch is also video on demand as well. So if you are on Twitch, you can watch replays of the show if the watching thing is how you want to spend your time. Doesn't matter to me. I love it any which way. Any which way but loose. Okay, folks, thank you. I'm going to send you on your way. Facebook,